Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe.
Thank you very much. It's a good clap for Sync.
Thanks.
My guest at this time is a man who is about to win Money in the Bank tomorrow night. LA Knight, how are you, sir?
Wow, look at this. He's boasting for me. I don't even need to be here. Go on.
Well, it's not a question of when. No, it is a question of when. It's not a question of if.
Is it or isn't it?
No, well, I think it's a question of when you win Money in the Bank.
Yep.
What are your plans next? Are you going to cash it in on Seth, Roman? What are you going to do?
You know what? We'll see. Because at this point, when you're carrying a case like that, it's all about opportunity. What's in front of me right now at this moment? I can plan anything I want, but you got to strike when the iron's hot, right?
I took to Twitter earlier to ask, what do you want to ask LA Knight? I did talk to Twitter. The nebulous.
Almighty Twitter.
I literally walked through the door and I said, Twitter, what would you ask LA Knight? And one of the questions that came back was, what's the best thing about being LA Knight?
Well, he probably also told you not to pay attention to the man behind the curtain. But the deal is, what's it like to be LA Knight?
Well, no, what's the best thing about being LA?
The best thing about being LA Knight? Oh, hell, well, I don't even know how to answer that question. Best thing about it being LA Knight is everywhere you go all around the world. I walk into an arena, that music hits, people jump out of their seat. Now, whether they cheer me or they boo me, man, it is a hell of a time after that.
It's been quite a year for you. 1 year ago, you were Max Dupree. Now you're LA Knight. How's that? I think it'll happen. But how's the year been for you?
How's the year been? It's been an interesting one. That's for sure. There's been some ups, some downs, some roller coasters. But at this point, it's just me doing me, and I've been having a hell of a time for the last 5-6 months.
So my final question, once again, I went through the doors to Twitter to ask this one, and the question they came back with is...
all-seeing, all-knowing, omniscient, omnipotent Twitter.
Which was, you're going to step into the ring with social media megastar Logan Paul, but what's it going to be like for Logan Paul to step into the ring with an actual megastar in LA Knight?
Well, he got to find out at Monday Night Raw a couple weeks ago when I already made him go viral then. So at this point, now tomorrow, we got a chance to kind of do the same thing, and he'll find out.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, man.
Yes, indeed.
One of my favorite stories was we were doing an interview, and I don't want to sound like I know it all, but I don't think Elton was aware of what the clap did. So the cameraman at the time said, "Can you just give us a clap?" And then the presenter was going for the clap, and then Elton at the same time was going like,
Oh my God. It's a version of the story.
and ruining it. And you saw the camera go like 3 times, and be like, "Can I just get one myself?" And then he was like, "Yeah." It was something
okay, so Rashomon style, what actually happened?
No, what actually...
What's your version of events?
Actually, I will agree that I didn't really know why he was clapping. I will agree. But I didn't just clap crazily. What it was when I noticed, then when he was about to clap, I tried to sync it at the same time. So as he went, I tried to... Oh, now he remembers the real story, yeah. He's got his fabricated version for the stories. No, I just tried, as he went, I tried to get it at the same time, but I didn't, and then that definitely irritated him a little bit, which is fair, now understanding what it does. But.
Well, my guest at this time, to kick off this interview, is perhaps soon to be the next WWE Tag Team Champions, Pretty Deadly. Perhaps? Well, I mean, I don't want to... I can't pick you up. I would leave that to you, to pick yourselves up.
Let's take the perhaps, let's throw it in the bowl, let's mix it up. Throw yourself in there.
Yeah, I'll put a couple bits
Throw me in there.
Yeah.
Let's get it out. That perhaps changes into a definitely.
Oh, it's a definitely.
Tonight is the night.
Wow. That was exciting.
I mean, do you want to reveal any strategies that you might have going in?
You want to? I don't mind giving a few away if you want. I'm easy.
No.
No, okay, that's fair, that's fair.
No. It's too big. Too high stakes. Too high stakes.
No, I've got a tactic.
All right.
I'm going to go, I and you, are going to go to the ring, and we're going to let that English crowd, we're going to let that energy fill us.
Bubble. It's going to bubble up.
And that's a tactic, bubble up.
Yep.
It's a tactic in itself. And that's what you're getting, though. That's what you're getting.
All right.
And a little bit behind the scenes thing there, just before you came to do our interview. Sorry that we had to pull you back in to do more chatting. But you were having a little photo with Bayley, and she seemed so desperate to have her photo taken with you guys. So I mean, I guess makes sense.
Desperate. You can't call that was yeah.
I don't know. No. I didn't call her desperate. I said
you saw what you saw.
I saw what I saw. I say it like I see it. So how has it been like acclimatizing to the main roster, being welcomed in to Friday Night SmackDown?
I think that the legend. The thing about NXT is that obviously we're around the Performance Center so often, and I think often a lot of the main roster guys will come, pop in, pop down, and we were very much lucky enough to meet Bayley there. We kind of sat down with her a few times, we chatted a few times, kind of picking her brain. A former tag team champion, which is kind of our area, but also let's not forget a former women's champion. She's kind of done it all in this business. A
has
former
done it all.
Money in the Bank winner. So yeah, and through that we've come close. I want the photo just as desperately as maybe she
Yeah,
did.
I was desperate too, you know, just to cover. I was desperate too,
Interesting choice of words.
but it's very exciting when, you know, someone of her success is, you know, caliber's great.
Caliber's a great
Caliber's a
word.
really good word. You know, wants a photo of Pretty Deadly. It's interesting, isn't it? It's very interesting how things work out.
Well, I've been admiring your style as you've been walking around. And, you know, I am trying to dress much smarter. I'm a man of a certain vintage. And so I'm trying to dress like a bit more appropriately, a bit more of my age.
Okay.
So can you rate my fit out of 10?
You remind me of, and this makes no sense to no one, but you remind me of my cousin Gavin.
Oh, cool. Oh, he sounds like a great guy.
Do you know what he is actually, genuinely?
We like Gavin.
Gavin Stoker, shout out.
I'll say out of some of the things we've seen here today, not
Top
too
10.
bad. Yeah, I go top 10.
If not
You
top
know,
5.
I'll take top 10.
Someone earlier, I don't want to give too many details away, but they were wearing sliders, which is fine. But just, you know, buy some that don't mean that your toes are curling over. You know, I don't want the curl. I don't want the curl.
So they bought sizes were too small for their feet.
They must have been, or they were wearing them weird. But
And
I was, you know.
oh yeah. It's a
So
weird
we're
situation.
talking, like, hang on, give me your hand so I can use your hand. This one. Right. So say this is the shoe, and this is the floor. The toes were coming. Almost touching the floor. The toes were on the floor. And I know I've spent a lot of time on toes there, but I just think it's important that people know what I had to look
No,
at.
do you know what? Sometimes if you talk about toes, you get more clicks. So
Okay, well, there you go, you're welcome.
we're always looking for those new audiences. So thank you very much for that. Before I let you go, 2 questions that came in from the old Twitter sphere that I do have to ask you. I took to Twitter and was like, "What would you like to ask Pretty Deadly?" Question number 1 was Oasis or Blur.
Oh, Oasis.
Yeah, easy.
But I will-
Bang, straight in.
Easy call.
Yeah, I was a big Oasis guy, but I have recently, my Blur love has grown over the years, and I'm a big Gorillaz guy as well, as of the past few years as well. So it is Oasis, but it's closer than that once was.
Yeah. And last question from the Twitter sphere is: would you rather have a horse-sized dog or a dog-sized horse?
No, I think for sure horse-sized dog.
Yeah, I think horse-sized dog.
Yeah.
I think
I think so. Because
Yeah.
my sister's got horses.
They are massive, though.
They are big, but horses are a bit dull, I think. My sister's got horses, and it's just like, you don't really do much, you know what I mean? So whether it's big or small, you know, what's the point, kind of thing. So I think I'd like a big, and don't get me wrong, it'd be tough to fit him in the house and stuff.
yeah.
That'd be the big problem, yeah.
tough issue.
Although at least we've got a headline out of this, which is like horses are well dull, though, aren't they?
Dull,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Well, you know,
You went really
I'm a
Essex
linguist.
A cunning one, perhaps. And last question from me is: you're back in the UK, so we love our British snacks here. Obviously, you don't get some of them over in the US, but we've got a bit of an office debate. Would you prefer a Cadbury's double decker or a Yorkie?
Well, before you go though, I'll say, to help us decide, did you bring us one?
What's in the pocket? Pull it out. What's in the pocket?
That's my microphone, and that's my wallet.
I'll take it.
I'll take the one.
Okay, fair enough.
No, I like a solid Yorkie. I
Yorkie
think a
for me.
Yorkie's good.
Yorkie
Yeah, I
for me.
like a Yorkie.
I actually want to get one of these.
Rich wallet.
Is that what it's called?
The Rich
Yeah.
Holland wallet. You heard it here first. Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yorkie for me.
Yeah, a Yorkie.
Well, this is what you come to WrestleTalk for, the hard-hitting journalism like that. Good luck tonight. We'll be rooting for you. Of course we are. Tonight is the night. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.